It was exactly 11:21 at night when something extraordinary pierced the silence above Jerusalem. A flash of golden light crossed the sky like a blade, through darkness, silent, perfect, otherworldly. For a few seconds, the heavens seemed alive, glowing with a brilliance so pure that those who saw it could hardly breathe. Then, just as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished. No sound, no explosion. Only a lingering sense that something had been awakened above the most sacred city on earth, Jerusalem. A city where the spiritual and the physical collide. A place where every stone tells a story older than time. It's said that when heaven wants to speak to mankind, it begins here. And now, once again, the city stands at the center of a mystery that's stirring hearts and minds around the world. Witnesses described the light as something divine, something not made by human hands. It wasn't an aircraft, not a meteor, not even lightning. It moved with purpose, slow, deliberate, radiant. Some said it looked like fire wrapped in gold. Others claimed it felt like a living presence. Cameras caught only fragments, a flash, a shimmer, a glow fading into eternity. Yet everyone who saw it agreed. It didn't feel natural. It felt spiritual. What's even stranger is the timing. 11:21 p.m. in ancient Jewish tradition. Numbers often carry hidden meaning, patterns connected to divine order. Scholars have noted that the combination of 11 and 21 has long been associated with revelation, transition, and judgment. Could it be a coincidence that this event happened precisely at that time? Or was it a signal, a heavenly reminder that something far greater is about to unfold? Shortly after the flash, people across Jerusalem reported an eerie silence. Even the birds went quiet. Some felt a sudden gust of wind sweeping through the city, as if the atmosphere itself had shifted. A few said they heard a faint, distant sound, like a trumpet echoing through the valleys. The kind of sound that shakes not the ears, but the soul. And in that stillness, many felt the same unexplainable truth. Something had descended upon the city of God. Jerusalem has always been the world's prophetic clock, the place where heaven's movements mark the timeline of humanity. Every time something happens here, whether in the skies, on the earth, or within the hearts of its people, it seems to ripple across nations. And now, this mysterious light has reignited a question as old as prophecy itself. Are the signs of the end already unfolding above us? The prophet Joel once wrote, "I will show wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood, fire, and columns of smoke." Those words echo louder today than ever before. Wars rage in the Middle East, alliances shift, the earth trembles, and now signs appear in the skies of Jerusalem. For many believers, this isn't just coincidence, it's confirmation. Scientists, of course, are searching for explanations. Some suggest it was a meteor fragment or an atmospheric anomaly. Yet, even the experts admit, nothing fits perfectly. No radar record, no sonic boom, no trace. It was as if the light appeared from nowhere and returned to nowhere. And what's most curious, at that exact moment, atmospheric sensors detected a brief surge of radiation over the region. The spike lasted only seconds, but it was real, unexplainable. Some call it a divine sign, others, a warning. But all agree Jerusalem felt different that night. People walking through the narrow streets of the old city spoke of an electric tension in the air, a feeling that something unseen was watching. At the Western Wall, worshippers said the stones themselves seemed to hum faintly, as though responding to a call from above. And then came the dreams. In the days that followed, hundreds of people across Israel began reporting vivid visions of light, of trumpets, of the heavens opening. Some saw a figure in radiant white standing above Mount Zion. Others described hearing voices, speaking words they didn't understand, but somehow felt. Even secular Israelis began to say, "Something is happening here." Rabbis in Jerusalem have quietly discussed ancient writings describing a golden light over Zion that would appear before the day of great revelation. Some believe this event may be part of those prophecies, the kind that foretell the approach of the Messiah, or the rising of a false one before him. The line between divine and deceptive signs has always been thin, and that's what makes these moments so powerful and so dangerous. What's more, satellites passing over the region detected a sudden rise in atmospheric temperature, centered directly above Jerusalem. Scientists can't explain it. There was no fire, no explosion, no human cause. It was as though a pulse of energy had passed through the heavens and touched the city for an instant. A flash, a silence, and then nothing. But was it really nothing? When it comes to Jerusalem, coincidences rarely exist. Every event, every whisper of wind, every flicker of light seems woven into a greater story, one that has been unfolding since the beginning of time. The prophets warned of signs like these, signs in the sky, on the earth, and in the hearts of men. They said that before the coming of the Messiah, the world would see wonders that defy reason, and perhaps this light is one of them. Imagine standing there that night, looking up as the sky splits open with fire and gold. Imagine the silence, the awe, the fear. Would you call it science, or would you call it God? For many in Jerusalem, that question is no longer theoretical. They saw something they cannot unsee, and they're still trying to understand what it means. Even more mysterious, electromagnetic sensors across Israel recorded small disturbances in the hours following the light. The anomalies didn't match any known interference pattern. It was as if the very fabric of the air had changed. Some experts have whispered about cosmic resonance, while others, especially those steeped in faith, say it's the sign of heaven touching earth. Meanwhile, spiritual leaders from different faiths are quietly acknowledging the same unsettling truth. Something sacred moved that night. It wasn't random. It was a reminder, a call, maybe even a warning. The book of Zechariah describes a time when the Lord himself would set his signs over Jerusalem to show that the hour is near. And now, in an age of disbelief, we are seeing those very signs appear. From strange trumpet sounds in the heavens to lights no one can explain. It's as though prophecy is unfolding in real time, one flash at a time. Some believe this light was a sign of divine protection, a shield over Jerusalem during a period of global unrest. Others fear it was a warning, a signal of coming judgment. Either way, it points to one truth: God is speaking again, and only those who are awake will hear. Since that night, many have returned to prayer, some out of fear, others out of longing. The light in the sky didn't just illuminate the heavens, it illuminated hearts. People are searching again, questioning again, wondering if what they've been taught about the end times might be closer than they ever imagined. And maybe that's the true purpose of the sign, not to frighten, but to awaken. Because if the heavens truly did open for even a moment, then the message is clear. The spiritual is breaking into the physical. The unseen is becoming visible, and the countdown, the prophetic clock of God, continues to tick. From the Mount of Olives to the Temple Mount, whispers fill the air. Pilgrims say they can feel a pulse in the city, as if the stones themselves are alive, waiting for something. Some report seeing faint lights hovering over the dome of the rock, or glowing mist above the valley of Kidron. Videos are emerging, blurry, fragmented, yet hauntingly real. It's as if Jerusalem is trying to speak, to warn, to prepare. And in a world drowning in chaos, fear, and disbelief, perhaps this is exactly what humanity needs: a glimpse of the divine. A moment where heaven breaks through the noise to remind us that history is not random, that prophecy is not myth, and that the story isn't over yet. The truth is, we may never know exactly what that light was. Science will keep searching, faith will keep interpreting, and skeptics will keep denying. But deep inside, we all feel it, that quiet certainty that the world is changing, that the unseen world is stirring, that the signs are increasing. And maybe, just maybe, that mysterious flash over Jerusalem was the first spark of something much greater to come. So now, I want to ask you, what do you believe that light was? A supernatural sign? A warning from above? Or just another mystery we can't yet explain? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you've made it this far, type the phrase, "The heavens are speaking," so I'll know you're one of the few who truly understand what's unfolding. Since that night, Jerusalem has felt a subtle shift, something almost imperceptible, yet undeniable. The city seems to hum with a quiet expectancy, a pulse that cannot be explained by wind, traffic, or human activity. Locals report that shadows appear where they shouldn't, and lights seem to dance along the ancient stones of the old city. It's as if the city itself has become a canvas for something beyond comprehension, a stage for signs that defy the natural order. Some have claimed that unusual reflections have appeared in the sky just after sunset, fleeting shapes that vanish before anyone can fully grasp them. Witnesses describe seeing arcs of light that twist like ribbons, glowing with colors that do not exist in the normal spectrum. For many, it feels as though time itself bends in those moments, stretching seconds into eternity, leaving a lingering impression of something beyond human understanding. Even the air seems different. Pilgrims and Residents alike have spoken of a heaviness in the atmosphere, a kind of charged energy that makes the skin tingle. Some compare it to the moments before a storm, but there is no storm. Others feel a warmth in the night air, a presence that cannot be measured or captured with instruments. It is both comforting and unnerving, a paradox that seems to point toward a reality that is just out of reach. And then there are the whispers, not audible in the conventional sense, but heard in the mind, in the heart. People describe sudden, vivid impressions, phrases, names, or symbols appearing in their thoughts without explanation. Some have even written down these visions, only to find them connected to ancient prophecies, texts long thought obscure, referencing light, celestial voices, and divine announcements over Jerusalem. Skeptics dismissed these experiences as coincidence, yet, for those who have felt them, the sense of connection is undeniable. Animals, too, have behaved strangely, report of birds circling unusually high, or refusing to fly at all during the hours of dusk, have been noted by residents. Cats and dogs appear restless in certain neighborhoods, often staring at corners where nothing seems visible. Even insects and small wildlife act as though responding to an unseen rhythm, a pulse that seems to emanate from the city itself. Could it be that life around Jerusalem is reacting to forces beyond our perception? In the skies above, amateur astronomers have begun noticing irregular patterns. Stars appear slightly shifted, constellations look altered, and faint glimmers, almost like a second moon, have been glimpsed in the distance. These phenomena are fleeting, difficult to document, but when combined with eyewitness accounts of unexplained lights, the pattern becomes intriguing. Something is stirring above the city, something that challenges conventional understanding of astronomy and physics. Even the digital world has registered strange anomalies. Cameras on rooftops, security feeds, and even satellites occasionally capture flashes that are not consistent with known atmospheric events. The footage shows shimmering spheres, transient columns of light, and sudden auroras that vanish without a trace. Analysts scratch their heads, unable to reconcile these occurrences with conventional explanations. Yet, these phenomena continue to multiply, building a narrative that stretches beyond coincidence. In neighborhoods surrounding Jerusalem, residents speak of dreams that arrive in clusters. Entire families report sleeping the same nights and experiencing visions of light, movement, and celestial music. Some awaken with an acute sense of awareness, almost as if they have witnessed an invisible reality. These dreams are not random. Many contain symbolic patterns, circles, beams, or glowing objects, reminiscent of ancient prophetic imagery found in texts that have survived for centuries in synagogues, monasteries, and hidden archives. Mystics and spiritual leaders have begun interpreting these patterns with urgency. They suggest that the city is entering a liminal period, a time when the veil between the natural and the spiritual becomes thinner. The signs, they warn, may not be benign. They could mark both protection and warning, illumination and judgment. What is curious is the consensus among different traditions, regardless of interpretation. Something is happening that the world cannot yet comprehend. Even without witnessing the lights, people report an internal shift, a subtle awareness that something significant is unfolding. Everyday occurrences take on heightened meaning. A sudden breeze, a fleeting shadow, the way light falls over the hills. Ordinary moments seem to carry extraordinary weight, as if the city itself is alive with messages, waiting to be decoded by those paying attention. And then there is the question of timing. While most events are fleeting, the synchronicity of these occurrences at the same hour, across various locations, and even aligning with historical patterns, is uncanny. Some researchers suggest that the alignment may not be just spatial, but temporal, as if these events follow a rhythm set by unseen forces that govern more than just the physical universe. Strangers visiting Jerusalem report feeling an overwhelming sense of presence, even when the city is empty. Tourists and pilgrims alike speak of chills running down their spine, sudden bouts of clarity, or a feeling of being watched by something immense and intelligent. The experience is disorienting, yet strangely compelling, drawing people back to the city in search of understanding. Even the natural elements have responded in subtle ways. Light rain often falls immediately after sightings, yet the clouds seem to part almost deliberately, revealing streaks of moonlight that illuminate the ground with an unusual clarity. Trees and plants appear more vibrant in certain areas, as if energized by a force that has nothing to do with soil or sunlight. These details, seemingly small, combine to create a sense that the city is under observation, perhaps even guidance from something beyond human comprehension. Historians and theologians are beginning to cross-reference the events with ancient manuscripts. They note striking similarities between the lights and descriptions of signs that were said to herald major spiritual shifts or divine interventions. What makes this particularly compelling is that many of these texts describe phenomena that are instantaneous and fleeting, exactly like the flashes recently observed. Could it be that these ancient writings were recording events very similar to what is occurring now? Even the human psyche seems affected. People report feeling an acute urgency, a need to prepare, reflect, or act, without fully understanding why. Anxiety, hope, and reverence mix together in a cocktail of emotion that is difficult to describe. Families gather to pray, individuals meditate late into the night, and communities feel the pull of something invisible. There is a shared consciousness emerging, a collective awareness that something beyond the ordinary is approaching. Some have begun documenting small patterns in the lights, repetitions that suggest intelligence or intention. Shapes appear briefly, sometimes resembling symbols, other times abstract form. They are almost like a language, a communication in a medium beyond sound or words. Observers speculate. Could this be a warning, a message, or even an invitation to recognize a higher order unfolding above us? And yet, the most mysterious aspect remains the silence. Despite all the activity, the lights, the atmospheric anomalies, and the dreams, there is no definitive explanation. Science, faith, and personal experience intersect in confusion and awe. The city becomes a living paradox, at once ordinary and extraordinary, familiar and unknowable. Jerusalem, as always, keeps its secrets closely guarded, revealing only glimpses at a time. Every day, reports continue to emerge. People see flashes near ancient walls, hear distant hums when no one else is around, and feel inexplicable vibrations underfoot. Each occurrence is fleeting, leaving observers questioning whether what they saw was real, symbolic, or a prelude to something far larger. And in the collective consciousness of those paying attention, a thought begins to take root. If these signs are increasing, then perhaps the city is guiding us to prepare, to awaken, and to pay attention to the unseen forces shaping our world. The question lingers: what is the purpose of these lights? Are they divine messages, warnings of impending events, or something else entirely beyond our current understanding? And why now, in a time of global unrest, political tension, and spiritual awakening? The timing is as perplexing as the phenomena themselves, and it leaves one wondering whether we are standing at the threshold of history, in the very place where prophecy begins to manifest. Some who have experienced these events describe a sense of clarity, unlike anything else, an understanding that the patterns, the lights, and the dreams are connected, forming a larger tapestry that humanity has only just begun to perceive. Others feel an urgency to share what they have seen, as if these signs are not meant to be private, but public messages for everyone who is willing to notice and reflect. And so, the city of Jerusalem continues to whisper, pulse, and shine with mysterious energy. The events may be small in the moment, almost imperceptible, yet they leave a lasting impression on those who witness them. Every flicker of light, every subtle anomaly, every strange dream builds a story that asks us to question, to observe, and to awaken. Now, I want to know your thoughts. What do you believe is happening above Jerusalem? Could these lights be messages from beyond, signs of the spiritual realm, or warnings of things yet to come? Type "I see the signs" in the comments if you've been following closely and feel the weight of these mysteries. Your perspective matters, and it might reveal truths that only those paying attention can perceive. Because Jerusalem, once again, is proving that it is not just a city. It is a living beacon, a focal point for the unseen, a doorway between worlds, and perhaps the place where humanity will first glimpse the forces shaping the fate of the world. And every flash, every pulse, every unexplained occurrence is a reminder that what happens there could very well echo across the entire earth.